guys! Today I'm going to teach you 15 phrases so that you can understand native English speakers easily. Or you can sound like one. Let's start. Welcome back to my channel English with Lingua Matik. My name is Merve and if you are ready, let's get started. So first one is outgoing. This has 3 meanings and I'm gonna teach you all. First one, maybe you can guess a little bit. Outgoing person. This means like sociable, open and friendly people. They are not shy, okay? But please be very careful. We have also a word outgoings with an S at the end. This means like expenses, maybe personal, such as rent or domestic bills, maybe in terms of a company. It means like cost, okay, with S, outgoings. This is a different word, so don't mix with that one. Now, without an S, and it's an adjective. Let me give you an example. Because Jane is outgoing, she made new friends easily at school. Alright, meaning number 2. Imagine someone in a company, old guy maybe, and in very high position. And this guy is gonna retire. So in these situations, we use outgoing. This person is leaving the company, right? So it kind of has literal meaning, like he's leaving, outgoing the company. For example, the workers had a big party for the outgoing boss who helped the company a lot. It means there is a new guy coming instead of his place. Meaning 3. This is a collection of mail which is to be sent rather than incoming. Opposite of incoming is outgoing. Incoming, the ones coming, for example, some letters, some posts, and the outgoing. Let's see it in a sentence. Make sure to put letters that need to be sent in the outgoing tray. Tray is this place, usually like a square, small box that you put your papers or letters or anything you want to be sent. Our second expression is to do something in no time at all. To do, you can change to do, but main phrase is no time at all. Imagine you are doing something in no time. It means you don't spend so much time, so quickly, effortlessly. For example, after we got the new high-speed printer, we could print the reports in no time at all. So we print so quickly. Another example, with her experience and skills, she solved the puzzle in no time at all. Like so quickly that we don't feel like time passes. Okay, third one, call it a day. Call it a day. Like every day is a day, but why we call it a day? This is like when you work so much or study so much. Cook. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, but you do something so much and you're so tired. And if you continue, you cannot be more productive anymore. You stop doing whatever you are doing and you call it a day. It means you give a break. You chill, relax. For example, after several hours of studying, I decided to call it a day and go for a walk. Or the team tried to solve the issue but made no progress. So they decided to call it a day. Number 4, don't have a minute to call your own. Like you don't have a minute to call yourself? No, that's not the meaning. But imagine you want to call yourself. Like physically, you take your phone and call yourself and you don't have time to answer it. It means like you are so freaking busy and you really have no time to do anything. For example, between her job, taking care of her kids, and going to school, she doesn't have a minute to call her own. Of course, here you can change her own, your own, my own, according to the subject. For example, these days, I don't have a minute to call my own because my subject is I. Number 5. Off the record. Off the record? Like we are not recording something? Yes, actually it kind of gives that meaning. It means unofficially. Shh, I'm gonna tell you something, but it's off the record. Don't tell anyone, it's secret. And it never stays secret. For example, the new curriculum looks promising. But off the record, I think it's gonna be a big challenge to implement effectively. alright? Like I'm telling you, but don't tell anyone. It's off the record. Sixth, there and then, or then and there. Let me give you an example first. When the manager heard about the great deal, he made the decision to invest there and then. What does this mean? It means that person decided to take an action there and then, at that moment. When you take a quick decision, you don't need to think so much. It's spontaneous. You can use this phrase. For example, when she saw the puppy at the shelter, she fell in love with it and decided to adopt it then and there. Number 7, to go by. To go by. For example, you shouldn't go by rumors. It's better to check the facts. Like, go by rumors. Rumor means this people talk about something, you hear and you go by it. You believe in it. So we use this go by usually with something negative. Go by rumors or go by gossip. You listen to something and you believe in it. You trust them and it affects your feelings. Let me give you another example. I don't go by gossip websites for my news. However, the recent story about the famous actor was quite shocking. Like, normally I don't trust gossip websites too much. I don't go by. But please be careful. There is also go by the book. This is completely opposite of this. This means like you follow everything, all the rules. You stick to the rules. For example, in our school, we are encouraged to go by the book, but sometimes we have to be flexible and adapt. Here, it's kind of opposite. You follow everything you believe according to the rules. But the other one, like you shouldn't, but you do. You believe in those rumors. Meaning too. So go by has another common collocation. It is used with time. For example, as the days go by, I realize how much I have learned in school. It is especially used for time, okay? Time only. Days pass by, months pass by, or 10 years went by so fast, and now we are having our high school reunion. Another example. Number 8, at the crack of dawn. Dawn is when the sun rises, like 4, sometimes like 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. Imagine crack is this, for example, if there's a crack on my wall, you're gonna see it's like broken. There's a line, it's open. So when the moment sun rises, the crack started, we are out. It means when you do something very early, you do it at the crack of dawn. For example, she started her journey at the crack of dawn to avoid the traffic and make it to her destination early. This is literally me. I always travel at the crack of dawn, and I actually love it so much with my morning coffee in my car, traveling. Lovely. 9, baffle. Let's see an example first. Math problems really baffle me. I find them so hard to understand. It means, I know if you are like me, maybe you have some problem with math. Like it's not easy, right? It means to confuse, for you, it's confusing you. It's not easy for you. One more example. His sudden change in mood baffled everyone at the party. Of course, this can be like you're confusing with your behaviors, some people. Number 10 is hardship. Giving up my daily coffee to save money feels like a real hardship to me. Imagine you are a coffee maniac and you drink like crazy. It has to be there every morning you wake up. So, and imagine you need to save some money, you spend so much, and you need to quit drinking. So, isn't it so hard, right? So we use hardship for a state of suffering, usually caused by a lack of money or sacrifice. You sacrifice from drinking your coffee. An example, the family faced many hardships during the economic recession, struggling to pay bills and buy food. Now I have a task for you. Tell me one of your hardship in the comment below. I'm gonna read all of your comments. Number 11, to be in one's element. Like imagine elements that's in our body, like small things like atoms and elements. Imagine you are in your element. Let's see an example. As a passionate chef, John is in his element when he's experimenting with new recipes in kitchen. Like, it means like you are original, yourself. You feel so comfortable and you enjoy whatever it is that you are doing. So you feel yourself. For example, I am in my element when I teach English, you guys. I really feel I always love teaching. I so much enjoy. For me, it's really not a work. So I'm in my element. Number 12, to work against the clock. What is this one? You're working, but against the clock. It means time is passing so quickly. You don't have enough time, or probably you're under pressure and the deadline is coming. It's like very soon. For example, the team of programmers had to work against the clock to fix the bug before the software's launch date. When someone is working against the clock, they are trying to complete a task as soon as possible in very limited amount of time. Next one is the opposite of this, is goes or works or runs like clockwork. You know how does the watch work? Like, unless it runs out of battery, it works like clockwork. It's normal, right? It's perfectly working. So this is when everything goes right. There's no problem. You're on time, you're very efficient. You can use this expression. For example, since the new manager took over, the office works like clockwork. It means everything is perfectly running. Number 14, touchy. Touchy. Not physical one, but to our hearts. He didn't mean to offend you with his joke. Don't be so touchy. It means don't be so oversensitive. Don't be upset quickly. Maybe myself, sometimes I feel like a little bit touchy, like I'm so emotional. I can cry easily. How about you? Are you a touchy person? Oversensitive sometimes? Number 15 is to brush up. To brush up. Imagine something is dirty and you brush up. Like you clean, you open. It's better, right? So brush up means to freshen your knowledge. To imagine you start to forget something and you study a little bit and you remember. For example, for you to brush up what you have learned before is very important. Like, I would say it is even more important than keep learning new vocabulary all the time. You need to keep brushing up what you have studied before. Let me give you it in a sentence. She has a math test next week, so she's going to brush up on algebra this weekend. Alright, lovelies, that's it. We have learned amazing 15 native phrases that it's gonna help you understand them. It's gonna make you sound like one. I'm so grateful that you liked this video and you share your hardship with me in the comments. And let me know if you have any question. I'm happy to help you. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and love you guys. Take care. Bye.